So hi everyone. So today I am okay. So back up here in Eriador. That's Minhirath. Back up here in Eriador. Back up here, I traveled about this much, but I decided to go south to Tarbod because one sec because we'll have to go through Swanfleet and then Lonelands anyway, so we'll get both of those achievements. So and then we can just go through Moria here. Because I wasn't gonna go into the troll shows anyway. So I just warp here. And as you can see, they've started building Tharbod. And I looted another tower and got like a ton of silver. So this is just all that's there right now. Wait, what faction is protecting this? So if this is placed on top of a gold block, enemy players can't come. And I believe this land should be protected. Yes, it is. So we have to go south. Well, first we need enough for a boat. Then the road can't be protected. There. Then we just have to go to the river, and then we can go east. What river is this anyway? This is Origin. I don't know what river this is, but we have to go south. Should I kill orcs? Well, I shouldn't kill orcs, because Origin is full of them. I don't know if Moria is done. If Moria is not done, we're gonna have to go... Whoa, invasion. We're gonna have to go south. What invasion is this? It's my sword. It's an orc invasion. What was I gonna tell you guys? There was something. There was something about this. Something. I don't remember. Well, they're gonna add, like, the first stage into this mod, which was a suggestion that I posted on the wiki, but it was already on the plan page, and I had not read the recently updated version of the plan page. So hopefully I don't get banned for that. Because there's... One of the admins is General Grievous, and he's the guy who bans people. What I did in another world, I spawned in all the good invasions and the Mountain Troll Chieftain, and the troops actually have really good AI. I mean, you can't see this just from looking at the mod, but they lined up. So the elves got in a line, then the rangers got in a line behind them, and then the dwarves circled around the chieftain. So, and then the Gondorians just advanced in like 3 lines, and then the Rohirrim stayed back and fired. And I'm going over the edge. The last march of the Ents is this. Is it gonna load? I don't know if it's gonna load. Yes, so much block lag. You're correct. There. So while we wait for this to load, I guess I'll tell you what land I own. So I am the king of the Tauredain, and turns out the Limwith and the Southern Rim, they just moved from the swamp. I don't think that's why, but so I own the Tauredain own this whole jungle. So I own like half of Far Harad, over half, and then this island. And this it will not load. Server, why you do this to me? One thing I've noticed is I think the biome size has decreased because it used to take forever to get from one place to another. That was bad. How should we do this? We must throw this plate at the squid. Can plates throw into the water? Yes, they can. Plate, don't break. It's breaking. And then rematerializing. There. Did the server just fix? No, it did not. What shall we do? I guess we could go back to land. I mean, land has been working for the time that it took me to get to that place. That point. I broke gravel, and it seems if you break gravel with your hand, you don't get gravel, you just get flint. If you drink non-stop, I just noticed recently, and in that same world I did this, the time that it takes for the effect to wear off goes down. If you do it for long enough, it doesn't affect you at all. And then that is how you get this shield. This shield. This is for defeating the chieftain. Parkour time. So I guess we just go east on land. And the land isn't loading either. And yes, it is, kind of. And of course there's a river here, isn't there? No, there isn't. Is that area door? Yeah, it is. The bridge, I see it. So invasions, every single faction has its own invasion. And when an invasion is spawned, or when they decide to invade a place, troops of that faction will spawn, like a lot, for a long time. And day length in Middle-earth has been increased to 40 minutes. So what I was thinking, like, if they added the first stage, then they should have, like, the Hitherlands connected to Harad, and then the Hellcare Sea, where the half-troll place is, if I knew how to pronounce it. And then they should have Bellier Land, however you say that, however you say it, Bellier Land, west of all this, so it would stretch pretty far. So this would be like the Misties, so it's basically this much more distance, where this island is. And then this would be like the center of the continent, so it stretched that far south. Then it would be attaching to another continent, which would attach to another continent. Then this would attach to another continent on the left side, which is how the first stage is. I assume the land is loaded. I plan to get into Aerogen by today, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We have to at least make it into Swanfleet. I think the land is loading again. Watch it just not load now. I don't know if this is laggy because I'm recording. Because whenever I'm not recording, it's fine. But whenever I record, it becomes laggy. I can make this. It's a sinkhole. Oh, it is a sinkhole. And now the water ends. As soon as we get a boat. Because that's the act. There's a small space. Can we make this? We're being sucked in that direction. Minecraft physics saved us. And Minecraft physics just made us stuff. I bet it's gonna do it again since it spawned on land. Do I have any shields yet? I don't even have 25 achievements. Well, I just started, so. Because there's achievements for entering each place, and then there's achievements for getting the armor of each place, then there's achievements for using the crafting table of each place, and so on. It's an underwater ravine. There we go. Are we in Swanfleet? Because I do know swans spawn here. And this river is not wanting to cooperate with us. It's another reward. And now it teleported us all the way back here. So another thing that changed, Mithril in the Misty Mountains used to need a diamond pickaxe to mine it. Then the diamonds got removed. They don't spawn in Middle Earth anymore. So you used to need to go all the way to either the Arid Gluin or the Iron Hills and get a dwarven pickaxe. But now they changed it so you can mine it with an iron pickaxe. Which is what many YouTubers don't know because they still think they have to go and get a dwarven pickaxe. Because they have a change log and it has all the changes that have been made. Swanfleet, I'm here. Nin and Elif. Aelf. Where are the swans? Or is it too laggy for them to spawn? Because I know they added swans in the Dol Amroth update. Which was also the Tauredain update. There are so many lakes. ponds. I assume this is standard shrubland oak. Shrubland oak. Well, I don't see any swans, so I guess we can just keep heading east. Swan. A swan and a bird. What was that? Wait, what was that sound? Sounded like a snake. Hello, swan. How are you? What do you drop? Feathers. Swan feathers. I probably shouldn't have done that. Here, rest in peace, swan. Rest in the lake from whence you came. Oh, the swans are mad at me now. I didn't know they could do that. She's still after me? Quicksand. I would show you guys this, but if I go in here, can I... Oh, I can get out. Voila, this is quicksand. I can escape, but I want to collect some of this. This is good for battle. You can slow your enemies down. Because this stuff drags you all the way to the ground. So then people just drown in it. Did I just climb up a vine? Whoa, I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I knew that you could climb down vines, but I never knew you could climb up them. Where are you, swan? I hear you. You still have a long way to go. There are more swans in Dol Amra. Where'd my bread go? A Dol Guldur chicken farm in Lothlorien. Can I... No, you can't. I should probably get those berries. What are these? Blackberries. Horses. I don't have any iron. I tried to find some, but I couldn't find any. Hello to you too. I wish swans could talk. That'd be awesome. So that's all that's in Swanfleet. So I think I'll end it here today, and when I'm back, we'll be on the other side of Swanfleet, because there's nothing else to do in here. and we can cover these. I'm sorry we didn't get much done today, but we'll reach more in your next episode. So if you enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.